Hello and welcome. Today we are going to do a stick routine. We're going to use the stick to aid us with mobility and some stretching. So take this long dowel. It's probably about 6 feet in length. And we're going to take it to about 5 exercises. Very short mobility snack, about 10 minutes of work. Working in, not working out. So I need you guys to get ready to rock and roll and enjoy this sequence with me. I'm going to put on my timer just so I can see the time. All right, so let's start off with shoulders. You're going to take the dowel, take your hands nice and wide, and this is called joint flossing. So we're going to take it from our hips and pull it up and over, and you're going to get to that uncomfortable part, which is about 3/4 of the way back. Hold that position, straighten out your arms, and really breathe into that stretch in the shoulders, in the biceps. Feel free to go a little wider if it's a little too uncomfortable, or you can go more narrow to really get a lot out of it. To really find that end range that feels a little more on the uncomfortable side of things. All right, bring it down. Let's go a little further back. Arms straight, see how far back you can go. Maybe 1 inch to 2 inches further back, and then bring it in. Third time, you're gonna floss all the way through that uncomfortable. So maybe go a little wider. Here we go, inhale up, and exhale down. Hold that position to feel the stretch in the wrists. Woo! Oh yeah, and then unthread. Oh yeah, all right. We're gonna try this 5 times. Up, 1, 2, mobility for everyday function. 3, this is a follow along class, so thank you and welcome, and hope you enjoy learning more about your body. And 5. All right, from here, let's take a more narrow grip, so just wider than my shoulders. We're gonna start above, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna tip sideways to the right and use the weight of the bottom hand and the grip to pull open that left arm and that left side. And then stand up and then switch. 5 each side, side bending, push the hips away from the dowel and then pull the bottom hand down lower so that you can open up that right side now. Oh, okay, 2 and 2. This lateral flexion of the spine is so nice. It really gives the lower back, the rib muscles. 3. A little more space to work with. 4. And 5. Yes. Okay. Arms are good. Let's go further in from the side body, from the shoulders. We're going to go into the chest. So take the stick, place it in front. You're going to just practice taking bows. Your hand is going to stay fairly high. Notice how I have grip at the top. I've laced around and looped around some mini bands. So that just helps with my grip. So all we're going to work on is hamstring stretch. So starting to talk to the lower back, glutes, hamstrings, but also focusing on the shoulder. So take a bow, deepen that stretch, feel the arm lengthen, elongate, and then stand up. Now this time, bend forward with a micro bend in the knees. Good. Let's bring the hand a little lower. And a little lower. Torso gets low. Oh yeah, now I can really feel it in my hamstrings. Let's hold this last one down. Minimal bend in the knees. Feel that arm lengthen. The straightness of the arm will really pull the fibers in the shoulder straight. Left hand on the thigh. And let's just start to trace a semicircle back with our right hand and then forward. So while you're doing this, you're kind of leaning deeper into that stretch. Chest dips low. And we're just giving that arm, that shoulder, a little more range. Nice. Let's try the other side. All right, hand starts nice and high, focusing a little more on the shoulder. Hinge and rise 2 times. A little lower. Send the butt cheeks back and then forward. Back and forward, and then even lower. One more, we're gonna hold the down position on this. And from here, let's trace that semicircle back and forward. Meanwhile, we're pressing our chest down. We're really hanging off this stick. 3. I can see and hear, I can hear all these little things happening in my shoulder. 4. It feels pretty good to go through them all. Crack, snap, snap, crackle, pop. All right, good stuff. Shoulders are taken care of. Let's start getting into the torso now, okay? So let's bring it back. Stick above. We're gonna start to circle with our torso without bending the knees. We're just gonna turn and circle small, just like you're rolling your shoulders or your ribs and swirling them over top the pelvis. Now, the reason why we have that stick there is to keep our shoulders nice and packed and firm. So you're gonna squeeze the stick with your palms, pull the stick apart, then we start to initiate that rotation in the torso. Not super big, just that swirling motion. Feel the edges, the bottom edges of your ribs come down to the hips. 5 in one direction, and then let's go 5 in the other. Keep that stick nice and pulled apart. 4 and 5. Good. Let's get into the torso, continuing through from our arms. We now go to the midsection, mid-body. So from here, I'm going to take my hands, stack them over. I'm going to bring my ribs down into the ground while I'm hanging off. And then from this position, we do some rounding of the backs, tuck of the tail, and then arch. About 5 times. Take it slow. Round the back, pull the spine up to the ceiling, tuck the tail down to the heels, chin to chest. And then arch. Just let your ribs hammock down. Let's try 2 more. Rounding, tucking the tail, chin to chest. Letting it go. 1 more. Wonderful. Up we get. Okay, from here, let's get down into our legs. So I'm going to use the stick as stability. It's great to have this. Of course, you can use a wall or a fence, even a buddy. But let's keep it nice and simple. We're going to keep with the stick. We're going to cross that left leg over top. And all we're going to do is balance, keeping our right hand on the ankle. Oh, okay, I'm going to give you a side view. The struggle is real. Okay, left hand on the stick, right hand on the ankle. And all I'm going to do is sit back and pull this chest forward while the butt cheeks go back. From there, I stand tall and I open my hips by pushing the knee down in towards the floor 5 times. Really getting the glute, feeling that stretch here. We can bring and slide the shin a little more over your quad. Then we're going to get a different part of the glutes. And then a different part of the hips when we open up. And try again. And then you can cross it all the way and see what that feels like. Sitting back. You can hold that stretch if you'd like. Really think about pulling the tail back. And then forward. Yes. Let's go the other side. Left leg on the ground. Right hand pushing the dowel down. Cross that right foot. I'm going to start on the ankle first. Ankle on thigh. Sitting back. Ooh, that's good. These are all the hip stabilizers, the piriformis. I go again. Good. I'm going to slide my leg so that now my shin, the outside of my shin and calf is on my quad. Ooh, this right side definitely is feeling it more than the other. Of course, there's always imbalances in the body. Totally normal. It's not just about correcting for these imbalances. Let's take it all the way in. My alarm is finished. That's telling me that we're about 10 minutes through. We're almost done. And let's sit back and hold this one. Now I've really tucked my knee in, pushing my tail back, trying to create a little arch in my low back. And I'm good there. Okay, Apple Watch, thank you. Stop. Okay, we've got our glutes taken care of. Let's go to our hip flexors, and then we'll call it a work in. All right? So from here, I'm gonna go hip flexors. All right. From here, we stand nice and tall. We grab onto the high part of the stick. And from this position, I'm gonna lower down and lean back. And just letting my body hang off that top grip. I'm gonna try it 5 times. So when you rise, you can straighten out your legs. And you can even rest by sitting into the heel of that leg. Okay, second time. Sinking that knee down towards the ground, but leaning back. Try not to twist into this one. You can use the other hand to help stabilize. It also aids with the top grip. And then rise. So we're just coming down, feeling the length, a little hanging or decompression in that hip crease. Okay, third time. Oh yeah, that's nice. And rising out. Fourth. And then 5. You can push the hips forward. Let's see if we can tuck that tail a little lower. If it's too much on the quad, you can come all the way to the ground and just hold that position. Push the hips forward, lean slightly back, and then see with my fingers, I'm guiding my tail to stay tucked. I'm gonna breathe into that hip crease. Right on. Pivot, and let's go to the other side. Let's bring this home. All right, nice high hand grip. Split stance, I sink down. Lean slightly back, try not to twist. And rise. Let that hip hang low. Let it droop forward. Lean slightly back. 2. 3. 4. And last one, I'm gonna hold the down position. I'm gonna bring my knee to the ground. Lean back, hips forward, pelvic tilt. So tuck that tail, shine that belt buckle upwards. And that is it. Well, that is a nice foundational mobility routine that covered the upper body, the mid body, and the lower body. I hope you enjoyed that. Of course, like and subscribe. For more of this good stuff, you can check me out at my class library, julianho.ca/level-up-library. I just forgot about that for a sec. Peace, love, love. May the flow be with you.